What is the weirdest thing you've ever done for money? When I was a kid, a neighbor paid me to be a live scarecrow in his garden. My job was to chase the birds and other animals away that might otherwise destroy his garden when he wasn't home to guard it. Asterisk note. Netting helps keep birds away, but it doesn't keep animals like deer, rabbits, woodchucks, etc. from invading the garden. When I was in 6th grade, some 8th graders came up to me and offered me $5 to snort crushed Tic Tacs. As I was snorting them, one of them got a teacher and told her I was doing drugs. I started crying and explained everything. And after the principal confirmed that they were just Tic Tacs, the 8th graders all got a week of detention. And I still got my $5. Snorted wasabi. It was not worth $2. I used to clone rare Pokémon like Mew on the Game Boy game and sell them to other people. I'd just rip the transfer cable out while transferring the Pokémon at the right time and we both could keep it. I listened to hours upon hours of people telling me that they were smarter than me, yelling at me, and threatening to kill me. Totally worth it for that $7.25 an hour. I transcribed psychology interviews for a friend. I was in college and she was getting her master's in clinical and needed help transcribing interviews with subjects she'd done for her thesis. I said I'll do it for free. She said, no, you'd want to be paid for it, and she did. She obfuscated the subject information and just gave me the dictator pay. At the end of it, I am happy she paid me. That was nice of her to insist. Jesus Christ. That was some depressing shit. Her topic had something to do with bonding between mothers and stepchildren. I get naked and people draw and paint me, you know, for art. I was kind of jealous how girls can make money as a cam girl until I found out there is sites where men can do the same by sticking things up their bum. So I think I'll pass. Make money for someone else and then let them decide how much I should get. I enlisted in the military. I let some old man watch me piss in a toilet on webcam for $10. I licked a slug for $20 bucks as kid. After doing it, my mom didn't believe me and refused to pay up. Asked my biology teacher if she was pregnant. Was in 2nd grade and luckily she laughed it off. But hey, my friend gave me $1.50. Italian man came up to me on holiday in a town near Naples. He asked me to go talk to these two Americans. He gave me €10 to buy them a couple of beers and talk about whatever. No idea why. Babysat a rock star before a gig so that he would stay put and not go off into the local area, which he didn't know. Looking for drugs. We talked about TV and films. I got paid $100 to learn how to do math with an abacus over the course of 10 days for a college study. Not me but my friend. In 7th grade. My friend got €2 for smashing a cake into a classmate's face in the middle of a school day. That classmate paid her. I was like 8 and wanted money at the cottage. Aunt told me I could stir the shithole outhouse if I was that desperate. So I found the longest down tree branch I could, took off all the twigs, etc. Then used that 8-foot bastard to stir it up. Then went to collect my money. She laughed at me, said she couldn't believe it. So I fished the branch out of the forest and left it on the hood of her car. Yep, have told before. It's still just as true as the first time I told it. Which is like 87%. I went to this building like 4 times a week to wire industrial ovens. They paid me by the hour and I'd stay for like 10 to 12 hours. Really bizarre idea. I am an artist and have worked on a lot of films in my career as well as ad campaigns and branding assignments. The weirdest or funniest film we ever worked on was Hereditary. When it first came in, it looked like a straight-to-DVD piece of shit that nobody would ever watch. How they got Tony Collette to do it was a mystery to us, because those shots looked like they were done in the 70s with how rudimentary it was. Anyway, the original SFX company that did the work was based in Utah, where they shot it, and did as bad a job as one possibly could. Meaning the firm I work for in NY had to redo everything. My favorite shot, an answer to this question in particular, was the scene where the daughter is in class and awakened by a bird hitting the window of her classroom. Originally they basically built a potato cannon on set and fired a stuffed bird at the window. Literally a stuffed bird that you get from the dollar store. So we had to remove the cannon, dollar store pigeon, and make it not look like shit, but the whole time we in disbelief this movie was even being made. I read the book, Every Thug Needs a Lady, by Wahida Clark, saw it in Barnes & Nobles, and jokingly said to my brother that I would read it for $100 and give him a book report. Son of bitch, it is the worst book ever written. Go to school and study something I hate for years and then get a job in something that I hate. Created a Reddit account. Let this guy on the street kiss my feet for $20. Tell someone the story of how I saw my grandma's tits. In 7th grade, a kid told me that if I could learn to move my fingers in a certain way, he would pay me $20. Took me 2 days of practicing in my closet and I did it but never got the money. Now I show people this weird thing I can do. Basically you move your pointer fingers, pointing at each other, around each other in a circle. But instead of both moving forward, one moves towards you and the other moves away from you. 95% of people I've shown this to can't do it. Worked in a sex shop to make extra money so I could move to Mexico with my best friend. At the same time I was the heir for the CEO of a high-profile international corporation. It paid off. Mexico was the best. Hammered the gold off a dead guy's teeth. Oh god, the smell. Never again. I ate a goldfish straight out the tank for like $20 in high school. I jumped butt naked into Pearl Harbor in the middle of the night for pocket change. Also swam across a small lagoon attached to Pearl Harbor in broad daylight in my underwear for $20. Because I told everyone I could swim across faster than it would take for my group of friends to walk around. Worth it. You know how in elementary school playgrounds or parks there are slides that are made of metal and get extremely hot in the sun. I once was bet to keep my hand on it for 20 seconds. And a kid would give me $5. I won the $5. But my hand was slightly burned for a couple days. I was not a smart third grader. In 9th grade, one put a used condom I found outside a sports center in my mouth for $100. I ate a grass sandwich when I was a 7-year-old dumbass. Shots of ranch dressing. Pose naked on a platform in front of a bunch of other college students for a life-drawing class. Not weird but very stupid. I ate a whole fresh ghost pepper for a restaurant's $500 prize when I was 17.